Oh yeah, this is going to be a DVD and Blu-ray update. I'm going to try to go through this quickly because the football's coming on in a bit, so I wouldn't mind seeing it. I think it's France and Ukraine, so I'm going to check that out for the England game. Right, first up is a Blu-ray, came this morning. It's season 2, a really good programme. I'm looking forward to watching this. The writer of Marine and the Prophet, it's Bracco. Season 2, the first season's absolutely amazing. The French really know how to do their crime kind of dramas. They really nail it, you know. Jean-Luc Anglade is an absolutely amazing actor. Really good programme. I picked this up. It's an Irish film. I saw this years and years ago on BBC One, and I always wondered, like, what the hell was that film called? It's I Went Down. It's it's kind of a sort of a kind of comedic kind of crime film of basically two guys on a job. They've got to find this bloke that some kind of gangster wants, and it's you know, it's light-hearted, it's pretty good. There was probably no need, like, they have like almost like 2 endings at this ever kind of epilogue. There was no need for that, but you know, on the whole it was pretty funny. You know, Brendan Gleeson's great, you know, he's great in most things, and there's a lot of Irish actors you'll recognise in that. There's a lot of them. Right, I picked up, well, I'll pick up both of them, so because I picked up 2 of them. It's a shame because one of them doesn't come with a slip cover, because I'm into kind of like you know, my Hong Kong kind of stuff at the moment. It's both long armoured law films. It's a shame the second one doesn't come with this nice slip cover. I'm not sure if it ever did, but I can imagine it did. But yeah, I hear real good things about these. You know, as I said, I'm just trying to chip down on some like the other Hong Kong films. I mean, I picked up an amazing one I'll show near the end of the update. I've been waiting. As far as action films go, I mean, I always try to keep a lookout for kind of like some of the classics kind of released. And this film, there was a limited DVD run of it in Thailand. And I remember, oh God, I asked a lot of people, then, you know, about it. And then I asked Simon from Explosive Action. I asked Buckaroo Banzer, sorry mate, I'm not sure of your first name, and I asked them, you know, do you have any places where, you know, you can get them from, and they both, like, you know, had no idea. But this recently got released in Germany, and it's a good little print on it. I'm not sure about the Quentin Tarantino Presents thing, but it's Final Mission, real great. I think it's made in 1984, 80s kind of action film. It's a good laugh. This comes with the cut and the uncut prints of it. There you go. There's the uncut bit. Because you see, what I did was, I just put on the film, and I knew there was a decapitation at the beginning. I remember the decapitation, and it kind of cut away from me. I was like, oh shit, is this a cut version? And then I was going on through the film and that, and then it kind of finished, and I thought, shame, man, you know, it's like it's cut. And then I just happened to go, I know this is really daft, I happened to go to Lang for Sung, you know, not really knowing what that meant in German, and I put it on, I thought, oh, this is the uncut beginning, maybe, because I see the decapitation, which is an amazing decapitation, and then I proceeded to watch the whole film. You know, I had to zoom through, and there's, and I put on the cut version by mistake, being the fucking idiot that I am. But this does have the uncut print. The uncut print has got the great decapitation at the beginning in Laos. There's got a bit where he's holding some guy's head down the toilet, and then there's a few scenes here and there, but not much violence is cut out. There's an absolutely amazing scene. As I said, I don't want to spoil too much about the film, but something happens to his wife and son, and it's just pure hilarity. It's absolutely amazing. I mean, it's you know, it's got a decent body count. That's the bloke from the beginning of Last Crusade. You know the guy who inspires Indiana Jones to become Indiana Jones. You know, when they're stealing the cross of Cortez. I can't think what this. You know the guy I'm on about. But yeah, it was actually pretty good. I picked it up from Germany. Now this other film I did pick up from Germany as well, and it's the first time it's been released on DVD. Now Vance Spalding 069, he kindly he sent me loads of bootlegs. I'm trying to find where it is. There you are. He sent me there, Blood Beach. Now, what it was, I watched Savage Wilderness. I was kind of tired. I watched that, which is an awesome film. You give me that as well. And I watched about 10 minutes of Blood Beach, and I fell asleep, and I didn't get around to kind of watching the rest. And it seemed all right. But Yeah, this is the German DVD of it. No, it's alright. It's got reversible kind of sleeve art, which is probably the only more decent thing about it. It takes away the logo there, but the film is it's really shitty. It's really, it's like a, you know, there's some sort of worm kind of in the sands, kind of attacking people, just the same deaths over and over again being pulled in the sand. And now, I think you're under an obligation. If you cast John Saxon or Burt Young, particularly Burt Young, one of them has to die in the film. I think that's more than fair. You know, when you see, you know, you're expecting a big finale, and one of them, possibly even both of them, need to die. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like a horror film and that. But literally, when the ending comes, I stopped. I thought, there's no way that's actually the ending. And it was the ending. I've never seen a more lame ending in my life. I mean, I was stunned. I think I was dropping subtle hints to kind of bands at the time, saying, you know, maybe Blood Beach. And if I knew how bad it was, I don't think I would have dropped any hints about it. But I didn't get to watch like the bootleg of it. I paid like, you know, a tenner for this, and I wouldn't recommend it. It just doesn't go anywhere, and it doesn't even give you a sort of a rousing ending. It was pretty shit, really shit. Yeah, it was a real disappointment. So I'm dropping kind of DVDs here. Right, next up, this is a Blu-ray. I'm trying not to go into detail about this, but I'm sure a lot of people heard about it. It's the official I've released it. It's Michael. Now, it's about film basically begins, some guy coming home, pulls up in his house, drops kind of these double layered shutters, and does a bit in the house, goes downstairs, goes down to the basement, and he opens this door, and he basically ushers into the dark, asks someone to come out, and it's a kid, and you realise the guy's a paedophile. He keeps his kid down in the basement, and it's like a sort of a car crash of a movie, and I don't mean in the sense that, oh god, that movie was a car accident, what an absolute, you know, wreck of a film. I mean in the sense that it's like a car crash in the sense that, you know, something horrible's going on, but you just can't take your eyes off watching it. It's a fantastic film, you know, very well made. I mean, you know, the scenes like where you'd be watching something upstairs and he goes downstairs for you know what, you know, and then it's never gratuitous like that, but it would show something like, you know, he goes in the room, closes the door behind him, and the next scene you'll see him washing his genitalia in the sink and stuff like that. You're like, fuck me, that's that's strong, you know. But it's weird. As weird as that is, and also there's a sex scene, and don't worry, it doesn't, you know, involve anything like that, but it involves him and some other woman. There's a sex scene of such embarrassment. I had to turn away. It was so embarrassing, and I'm sure many of you will do when you see it, man. It's like, oh god, just hand over the eyes. It's so embarrassing. But there's a scene in it that happens halfway through where he gets an idea in his head, and I won't go into what the idea is because it will spoil part of the film. But I've never been watching it, watching a film where I honestly found it very, very hard to watch, and I was hoping for some sort of relief. It's a very claustrophobic film. Really does smother you like in places. You know, it's very, very strong. And this scene, it's more subtle in its intent, but thankfully there's some relief in it. But you'll know the scene when I'm talking about, man. It really hits you. It's a great film. Fair play to the guy. It's a very unforgiving role, you know. It's hard. It's a very hard role. Yeah, the guy's a protege of Michael Haneke. It's Marcus Shalinsa. Very, very good. Very, honestly, very, very good film. I'd really recommend it. But as I said, you know, if you get, you know, it's never gratuitous. It's, you know, I mean, it couldn't be, could it? You know, thank God. But you know, it's never gratuitous in that sense. But it's very, it can affect you. It's very, very disturbing in places. Very disturbing. More sort of in its suggestion, you know. But it's very, very good. I'd really recommend that film. Very good. And I picked this up, Code Red release, and you know some Code Red titles are just, cross the mighty, they're like gold dust now. Some of the prices I saw, where's Night of the Demon? Night of the Demon, I saw that going, still with a few days left, £25. I saw Rituals going for, there's Rituals down there, right at the bottom, you know. I mean, they're very, very hard to find some of these Code Code Reds now for good prices. I picked this up for around £17 directly from them. I heard good things from Terror for Tommy and X-Ray the Mutilator. They said it's a good little film. It's a Ghost Keeper. It's a Canadian film. I think it's kind of a haunted house kind of film, but with other kind of elements. They say here, what's that little thing they say here? It was badly distributed. I'm just sorry about that. Yeah, there we go. But in the UK, a demonic chicken was on the box art. I think demonic chicken's on the disc art as well, I think. Yeah, but as I said, there's not many Code Red titles I'm really looking at. Maybe one or two, but not many. I mean, you know, compared to some other kind of companies, you know, that I know the guy's got it hard, don't get me wrong, you know, and I understand, you know, the people going on at him saying, oh, release this, release that, you know. But, you know, it's sometimes you'd never know how many are released. I think there's 500 of those Ghost Keepers or something. I mean, there's not many of them, so pick it up if you can. I haven't watched it yet, but I think it would be got to be better than Blood Beach. Right, this is no. I'll show this first because I watched this the other day and it's an absolutely classic film. Nothing bad to say about it at all. It's Universal Digibook of the Sting. Absolutely brilliant film. Honestly. I saw some guy on some Blu-ray forum the other day giving a review of this. I just had to laugh. I mean, his opinion meant absolutely nothing to anybody, but you know, one of these guys who's gone about, you know, visual quality and stuff like, you know, like it being the be-all and end-all, you know, when there's a great film behind it. But the worst thing was that it wasn't like he was a fan of the film. It was like he was like, yeah, the quality's alright, the film's okay. I mean, how can you say that about this film? What a complete dick. This film is absolutely amazing. I swear to God, there's just... The whole cast is brilliant. Where's Kid Twist? He's my favourite guy in this. Where is he? There he is. He's amazing. Hal Goldman. He's fucking class as Kid Twist. But it's the whole film, man. It's the whole feel to it. You know, and you know, Redford, Newman, Shaw. They're all fantastic. It's so great. It's so awesome. It's quite weird, man. You know, I preferred that. If it had that Paul Newman with that Robert Redford, you know, on the American kind of art, you know, it would look amazing because Redford looks a bit not so great there, and I'm not sure about that one of Paul Newman, but it's a brilliant film. The card game is one of the greatest scenes done in any movie. I don't care, but it's fantastic. It's honestly, it's so great. It's one of those films you can watch again and again and again, never get bored. It's absolutely unbelievable film, really good. Now, this Hong Kong film I'm going to show now. Honestly, if you want to see crazy film, crazy, wonderful, mad, fucking genius film, Hong Kong Godfather, right. 3 men loosely associated. He's kind of a corrupt cop. He's a kind of the wannabe sort of gangster kind of rising. He's kind of like the old kind of guy who's done a bit of prison time and kind of wants to change. He's got a daughter who's a bit of a whore and that. And their boss is none other than Han from Enter the Dragon, who, I tell you what, fair play, he does some martial arts in this. He's got to be, is he still alive, Han? He's got to be about late 60s here, and he's great. There's a plot, right, to get him kind of moved along, and he gets assassinated. Pretty horrendously, actually, and then his whole family get brutally slain. And there's a scene of such, I swear to God, I nearly died of laughter. I nearly killed over, and I'm a bit of a sick bastard. But he's got this kid, his grandson, about 10-year-old, and he thinks he's he's training the martial arts. And this guy who stabbed his granddad, he's kicking him. He's like, "You bastard! You killed my granddad!" And I swear to God, this black guy comes in. The black guy's a pretty big dude. He's about 6'3", 6'4". Oh God. Picks the kid up and he snaps him over his knee and then just chucks his body through the window. I swear to God, you know, total dummy going through the window, but I swear to God, I had to pause it. I thought I was going to lose control from laughter. And then all 3 at the end have just a one-man crusade, just armed with machetes and various other weapons. They just absolutely run amok. The body count at the end is just insane. There's people. Just there's arms going off, throats being tore open. It's a thing of beauty. It's up there as far as I'm concerned. You've got this, you've got Hard Boiled, and you've got Better Tomorrow 2. As far as I'm concerned, the 3 of the greatest endings of all time of any film. Really, honestly, I swear I was in tears. I was in tears watching that. It was just genius, better than any comedy, you know. Honestly, it's absolutely brilliant. Last not least, great film. I'm going to try to keep this under 60 minutes. I know it's gone too long, you know, but it's French digibook of Grapes of Wrath. Henry Fonda, amazing actor. I hate to sound, yeah, I always sound cliche and I say they don't make them like that anymore, but they really don't. You know, now this is the same, basically the same disc as the standard American release. It's got no forced French subtitles, it's got English subtitles, it's got English audio, so you're fine with that. It's a great release. Honestly, man, this film is so great. You know, I'm gonna try to do it. It's not the biggest digibook. I'll try to show you kind of every page inside. There you go. You know, it's a masterpiece by Steinbeck. It's awesome. It's great. You know, if you haven't seen it, you know, really, you know, do yourself a favour. You know, if you don't want to pick up this version, that's fine. You know, just pick up a DVD or whatever. But you know, do see the film. It's a great film. You know, Fonda is, as far as I'm concerned, he's one, if not the best of all time. You know, just so many scenes. You know, he's had a great, fantastic career, and he deserves it. You know, God rest his soul. And that he's just, it's a great film. John Ford, you know, just great film. That's basically. I don't normally show all the inside of digibooks and stuff and that. You know, I normally have a quick glance, but that's worth it. You know what I mean? That's awesome. Check that out. Honestly, great film. Really great film. So yeah, that's the end of the update. I'm really sorry it's gone far too long. I've been talking about films and running down Blood Beach and stuff. But yeah, check a lot of those films out, and they're well worth seeing. Yeah, and I'm off to watch the football. So yeah, thanks for all your comments and stuff, and subscribing. And I'll be back with another update in a few weeks. So yeah, cheers.